So moving from the Fed and the governor to a local thing, because ultimately, here is, I got to call Cassie McClung out. She's from the Frontier, right? She's trying to do a gotcha routine on Governor Stitt.
Yeah.
Oh, it appears Governor Stitt deleted his tweet when he was out there freely associating.
Sure.
He's freely associating. I don't know why the Frontier, Cassie McClung, has to have this gotcha attitude.
Well,
I mean, what is it that he's supposed to do? Hunker down and be afraid, or what is the deal?
Well, this comes into the hysterical populism that we have going on. And now, when I say that the coronavirus is hype, what I mean is that the media is hyping it to, I think, an overhype.
Yeah.
There is good information to be had, but I watched a video on YouTube. The guy was very matter of fact about it, but it was pure hysteria. And just imagine what it could be if everybody was infected. And it's like, yeah, not going to happen. Not going to, not everybody's going to come down with the disease and things like that. They didn't do it in the Spanish flu. They didn't do it in any of the other outbreaks that we've had. They didn't do it in the Black Plague even. And so the thing is that they take it to the ridiculous. They make it sound as though it's reasonable, and they get people all hyped up who are any range in between, and then they start screaming for dictatorial rule from government on the rest of us, like you mentioned Cuomo.
Yeah.
And you don't have any governor, Republican or Democrat, who is calling them out and saying, no, you can't do that. Every individual has, their rights to liberty, and we can't be just declaring this thing and driving them into some camp or whatever. I was watching Sunday News, and the governors of Ohio and Illinois were on one of the talk shows.
Yep.
And the governor of Illinois was saying, "Oh, we have to be careful because if we're going to demand force everybody into a month or two long isolation or into camps or whatever, that the economic impact we have to be careful of that." And so it's like, they have no qualms, and the Republican governor of Ohio had no qualms about issuing these edicts and going there, and they're using China and the crackdown in China as the benchmark. Oh, this is where we're all headed. Everybody's going to have to do this. And then they point to European countries of going there, and mind you, this was discussed weeks ago. A month ago on the Alex Jones show.
My tinier little point about Cassie McClung is she has a cattle mentality about the people that she is serving as a journalist. She is implying, I believe, with her try to get you Governor Stitt for posting a free association picture during her perceived time of panic. It is a national emergency. We are taking precautions. We are not on lockdown to where we can't go out to eat. It is true, but she wants to transfer the panic. But her point is that she, I believe, is inferring by her gotcha tweet against the governor that the people of Oklahoma are so stupid that they will just follow whatever the governor does. And in fact, she encourages through her journalism to her readers to not follow what the governor does.
Yes.
And so it's ridiculous that she suggests that on one hand, people will do whatever the governor does, follow like lemmings. At the same time, she will argue the opposite of that point when she chooses to be. She's totally flip-flopping, and I find that in a lot of the media.
Nobody's picked up the mantle of Frosty Troy, the far left journalism guy from back in the 80s and 90s. Yes, he is. But listen, the left needs they need their own Al Gerhardt, and I guess that they decided that the folks at the frontier were going to be.
I think it's
A little
more insidious.
consistency would be
Well,
nice.
I think it's more insidious than that. She knows the chattel mentality of her readership, and the fact that people are sheeple, that they are the lemmings who will go one way or the other.
Yeah.
She doesn't want them, obviously, given what you're saying about her article, she doesn't want them going the direction of the governor. She wants to shame him, and she wants to go
It's
the
a
other
shame
direction.
thing, right? It's a
Oh,
shame
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
showing
yes.
this picture of Stitt and expecting a 1970s sitcom audience reaction. Ooh,
Yeah, but that goes.
Oh boy!
And that's why I brought up all
Children.
the stuff about the governors in the other states, because the media and government combine in the whole thing, in driving the hysteria, is what our Surgeon General said will cause more damage and injury than the epidemic ever will.
Okay, let me say this. At times, the frontier has done some fantastic stuff. You
Yes.
remember a few months
Yes,
ago,
I agree.
they uncovered the guy who died down at Atoka in the jail.
Yes.
They locked
Yes.
him up as being drunk. He
Yes.
was dying of a severe flu, and he ended up dying in the jail, in the drunk.
Yes.
In the
They did
drunk
great work
state.
on that.
Consistency
So,
would be nice, David.
Listen,
from the frontier.
you know, I
I
know
agree.
the guys. Dylan
Thank you.
Goforth, Cliff Adcock, some great journalists, but yeah, they throw some red meat to the left, and that's what I think this is red meat to the left. This is like, let's run him through the mill a little
Well,
bit.
It's
the
just
point
a
is,
childish ploy.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
no journalism going on there.
No.
She
No,
tweets
you're
a
right.
picture
No,
of
you're right.
the governor out to eat and expects everybody to go, ooh.
Well,
What
the
is this,
thing
like
is,
a body snatcher routine?
was it in the editorial section?
It's on Twitter, my God.
Okay, well, so it's a little more
anyway,
editorial.
I got
for-
my own.
Well, the frontier is an online.
No, what I'm getting at was the frontier.
She wasn't the only one. Look,
No, what I'm getting at was the frontier. Was it in an article in the frontier?
Yes.
So was it in the editorial section of the
I was
frontier on the
only
news?
It doesn't
responding to her
exist there
tweet.
because that's an online. It's just
Well,
they're all articles.
Okay,
My thing on this.
it's editorial nature
Yeah.
is what I'm getting.
Here's what I think you'll agree with me on. We hate, and Tom, you got into this too, about the shaming that goes on by our elected officials.
Yes.
And payback's a bitch sometimes, if you pardon my
Well,
bluntness on it.
the thing is,
they're
remember-
shaming the
Well, remember that the shaming mostly goes, well, it goes both directions, but it never goes to the right direction.
Well, and it's a lowering of our discourse. Would you not agree? If we have to use shaming instead of appealing to their better nature,
Well,
for good judgment.
frankly, most of our government, we use shaming. We started out the show using shaming.
so here's what she says.
halftime damage
Yes, since we're
report.
going to beat this to death, it appears Governor Stitt deleted his tweet, implying like a governor cover-up.
Sure.
So
Right.
I said to her, and a couple other people, like KTUL even commented on it, I think, but I said, wow, true crime investigators, could this be the smoked tuna we've been fishing for? What's behind the mysterious disappearance of Governor Stitt's tweet?
Yeah.
Could the walls be closing in on Governor Stitt?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
All right, let's move on.